Hi, Alex McMillan here. I want to talk to you about recruiting salespeople, especially commission-only salespeople. Now, I've been in recruitment for over 4 decades, over 2 decades doing commission-only. I've got a lot of experience on it, done a lot of research to get it right. And let me give you 10 tips now, which will save you a fortune in just, 5 to 10 minutes of years of experience, what that's benefited. First of all, do it yourself. The first thing companies want to do, particularly smaller growth companies, that they're watching the budgets and they want to do it themselves because they watch that recruitment agencies just appear in job adverts and they can do the same job adverts. Well, it doesn't work. If it worked, there wouldn't be a $1 trillion worldwide recruitment industry and all the big firms wouldn't be using them, and every company would be doing it themselves. There's various reasons why it doesn't work. First of all, they try to do it themselves on typically LinkedIn and Indeed, because Indeed is free and LinkedIn is easy. But the small reaches, they're not good. Most recruitment agencies in sales don't use Indeed. And I won't say why, but you'll find out you're getting a very small trawl of a market. It's a lot of people out there, and doing it yourself really doesn't work. And that also includes, of course, your time is free. Recruitment takes a lot of time, particularly if you haven't got processes, automation, software specific to recruitment set up to do all the labour-intensive work for you. Which recruitment agencies have. So DIY is really, really expensive. Okay, second tip, offering people very quickly sales jobs on the basis that if they work out, fine, you keep them. If they don't, they've gone anyway, so what difference does it make? Particularly with commission only. This is not the rule. You really should make the recruitment process quite tough, quite grueling. The tougher you make it, the more value you will put to the people, and the more value when they get an offer they will make for it. That's why we run interview process days in hotels and all sorts of things, questionnaire filtering. We have all sorts of recruitment funnels, and you should be doing the same, setting up those processes. But if you're a small company, you're not setting up a recruitment company, you just don't have the time for any of this. So make the process quickly, because people who come quickly, they're just offered, they leave quickly because there's nothing special about your job. Tip number 3, a lot of companies make this mistake, keeping to a local market. Yes, they need to get into your office. We recruit at the moment for a lot in Dubai, Singapore, Saudi Arabia, USA, other expat driven markets, and everybody wants to recruit local. Now, if you take Dubai is like what, less than 3.5 million population. It's a small place relatively. Think about how many people are in sales in Dubai. Then think of those, how many are really good in sales in Dubai, and of those, how many are currently looking for a new job, and why would they be looking for a new job if they're really good? Right? And what happens is really good salespeople set up on their own, which is where your founders and bosses and directors came from. So really small market. If you're going to really grow and 10x your business, you've got to get numbers, and recruiting local just won't provide enough resources. Using recruitment agencies can be wrong. You've got to really know what you're doing with recruitment agencies. Quite appealing. The contingency agencies, you don't pay anything up front, sounds really appealing because you can go to lots of them with no commitment and they send you CVs and you only pay if you take one. Let's say an average fee is $6,000. So you go to 6 agencies. Well, rule number 1 is, that is, you do not get $6,000 of service for your $6,000 that you pay. You get $1,000 of service because they've got 1 in 6 chance of getting that fee. Therefore, they give you that sort of numbers game mentality. They will bill you for recruitment, but they will actually send you CVs as an introduction, expect you to do the interviewing, assessment, reference taking up, questionnaires, role playing to get them on board, and then they will bill you for the recruitment you've just done. So very expensive. Now, whereas you can choose 6 agencies, they will be sending that same CV to 6 different companies and not care who takes them. So you're not very special to them, and that's what that service really requires. If you're looking to 10x and get the best of salespeople, it's got very limited ways of doing it through a recruitment agency. So the traditional recruitment process, that they send CVs, you're not doing a tough, grueling process. You're offering fairly immediately. It doesn't work. I mean, we use ebooks, pre-interview talks, questionnaires to filter out the drifters, tire kickers, space invaders, dreamers, and those who like the money but will never put in the work that it takes in sales. And this is important to do all of this to get the real best quality people coming through. So we say to our clients, in fact, we're not charging you for the people we place with you. We're charging you for the work we do, filtering out all of the drifters, time waiters, tire kickers from the hundreds that are out there. So getting people is not a challenge. It's filtering those people where the real work is and getting them set up for your company. Okay. When you're recruiting commission-only people, big mistake people make is only targeting people who are in commission-only sales now. Now, we have found, having placed hundreds of commission-only salespeople, a lot of that category are not in commission-only, and they're not even in sales. Two big areas is what we call transferables. People who have formidably good communication skills and not earning a lot of money in their current profession. Fitness trainers, nurses, teachers, coaches, all sorts of people that would jump at the opportunity with a real money-hungry attitude. That's a big category. The second big category for commission only is what we call entrepreneur